Hi, it's me, Ingridine of P, and we're going to be talking about my sensory bag, which is actually it was supposed to be a pillowcase, but then I decided to make it into a bag. I have like a pouch that I made. It's like a big granny square, which is then sewn onto another big granny square, and it makes like a little pocket. I've also started to crochet like a handle so that it's kind of like a little handbag. And so inside of it I have this little plastic container, but it's soon going to get full, so that's why I needed another container. So here we are doing not really ASMR, but first it's this banana that's very squishy. You can stretch it a lot. Like it becomes very lumpy though if you play with it, but then if you put it together, it does give some it does give some satisfying crunch, you know. And it's a little bit sticky on the surface, but I kind of like it. So I'll have to put this back into how it usually is. I need 2 hands. Okay, before I go any further, I've now put this back. I wanted to tell the people who aren't familiar with my channel that I am self-diagnosed autistic and ADHD. Also, a psychologist has told me that who is specialized in this has told me that he thinks I have these diagnoses, but I'm not formally diagnosed. So these things can be good for people who aren't autistic or ADHD, you know, just people who like to fidget. Then I've got this spiky ball. It's quite squishy, you know, and it's like a little hedgehog. One of my best purchases. And you can squeeze it like that. And if you want to hear the sound. Okay, I don't have a microphone, so I can't really make a ASMR channel, but I like to squish it, usually with 2 hands. It's kind of filled with some kind of gooey substance. And I like to play with this quite gently because, you know, I like to boop it a little bit sometimes. Like it's a little creature that needs some pets, you know. So I like also the fact that I got like a yellow thing, I got a red pinkish thing. Then let's see. Oh, I've got my crochet needles for if I want to crochet. I put them in here. I've got some earplugs, but these are shit, you know, these I bought for like $2 or something. These don't really help. I have bought some loop earplugs, Loop Quiet 2, I think they're called. And I really hope that they're going to help me, because I get so overstimulated by just like the sound of the running pipes from the building next door. It's just, I really need them. So once I've bought them, then they'll be in this bag. Then I've got this little sack that's filled with lavender. And it's a little bit crunchy. And it smells like lavender, so sorry guys, I can't transfer the smell through the screen, but my mom bought a ton of these from some old ladies in France where she lives. Like a lot of old ladies will sew these things and give the money to charity or something like that. So I think that this is nice to be together with the other things, because smell is also a good sensory thing. I really like the smell of lavender. I understand that some people don't really love it, but that's okay. Let's see. Oh, I've got this yellow string I found on the ground, but that was clean. And I don't know, sometimes I just like to have something to like, usually I use my hair ties, but I like to have something to like play with. And it's bright yellow, so it's also nice to look at. Okay, here I have a sock with a needle in it. I lost the other sock, so I use this as like a place to, so I don't lose my crochet needle. So that's not really sensory, but it's important for my crochet projects. Okay, then I've got this like crepe paper kind of thing that I can like just crunch a little bit. It's not always something that I want to use, so I pretty much put it onto the side. But it also has like this glittery paper. I don't know if you can see the glitter, but my aunt bought me some socks and she put it in this like nice crepe paper. And it's too crunchy to be used in like an art project, so I just like feeling it sometimes because it's kind of soft and kind of crinkly, but I really have to be in the mood for that one, so that's why it's on the side. Then we've got Play-Doh. Play-Doh's good. I can't really play with Play-Doh when I'm playing with other things though, so I'm just going to show you the color of the Play-Doh. I like smell of Play-Doh because for me it's nostalgic, so it's purple and very squishy, and it's of the kind that like saves forever, so that's why I like it. And so purple is a different color. I need to have like the whole palette. So now I bought a little worm, a little squiggly worm, and it's very soft actually, and it has like these little moons inside it, you know. And I like to like go like this with it and to flap it around kind of like this. Sorry, that's all of my stuff to to do my collage on my wall, but I go like that, kind of slap myself but in a nice way. And then I like to like stretch it with both my hands, like I can't really show you, I need to move the camera that way. Okay, let me just place the camera down, and hello, and got all this stuff, and I like to do like that, and I also like to go boing. I like the vibration of it, because you can feel the vibration and also look at the live vibration, and it's pretty hypnotizing. So I really like that. And also you can make noise if you... Okay, well I hit the table, but if you are really in the mood to do something like a little bit more intense, then this is also good. I got it at my local grocery store, so that was a pretty good find. Yeah, these are the things. 2 seconds, I need to bring up my... Okay, typical me. I had left some pasta on the stove, so I had to go turn it off. Anyway, I used this Tangle, so we're going to go back to how we were before. And I usually use this Tangle with one hand, and I go around with it. And I also like to rearrange it into like a little, like into the compact version of it. So it's kind of like a mind teaser or something, where I try to find a combination where it takes the less space. And basically it's like a little, like this, but then I need to find a way where this loop thing kind of fits in onto itself. There, this is the smallest thing that you can get it to, because it has like this little loop on the side and you can like hold it like this, or you can have it like a ring like this. And I like that it's very smooth. And so I recommend anybody who's neurodivergent to Tangle. At first, I did not understand how you use it. Like, I kept like just like going around with it and not really getting what to do, but it really does help with concentration. I mean, I don't know how it works, but it works, you know. It helps with concentration. This one is good for like if I need to like relax. This one is good for focus. I mean, all these are going to be different for different people. This, like the smell thing is always nice to have when I need to calm down. This one is good for when I'm frustrated, because I can like just scrunch it, you know, like with some force. This one's just fun overall. And I mean, these aren't stim, but I need to have some kind of earplug. And this one is also nice to have. So I think that I've got like my whole rainbow of stim toys here. But I am planning on getting another kind of, some other kinds of stim toys. What I'm planning on is getting a puppet so that I can go pop. And like the kind of puppets that you can have like on a key ring or something. Then I want to get those little peas that you can like squish out the little peas. Like this plastic pea-pod. I want to have one of those. I also want some kind of like timer. Like there are these kinds of sand, not sand timers, because those are the usual ones, the ones that you flip over and you look at the sand go down. I'm thinking rather of the ones that are like little bubbles that go down. Kind of like, I had this fascination with lava lamps. Shout out to Vondel Pete, who has a Vondel lamp, a lava lamp in his background, because I'm just always mesmerized by it. But like, I don't want necessarily a lamp, because a lamp kind of goes too slowly for me with like the blop, 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 and blop. I wanted, when I was little, or when my brother was little, he had this little like glass thingy that had like this watery bubble stuff that, and the colored bubbles would go down like like downwards or in a spiral on like a little labyrinth thing for it. And like I could watch that go down and down and down because it goes a little bit more fast. I could watch that for ages. So I'm thinking of getting those things. I'm also thinking of getting like the version of this that is like a caterpillar, or that are kind of like a mix between this and that. Like it has the spikes and, you know, like you can touch the little spikes things, and this. So one of these, but spiky. So I have some plans of things to buy. I can't just like buy everything at once, because it's part of the fun, you know, is to go and look at these things and buy them one after the other. And, you know, I don't want to be like an extreme consumerist and like just buying tons of stuff because I can. Because I can't, but also I want to have different things to be able to calm me down in certain high overwhelm situations. I usually have this one in my backpack at all times, because this one I can even have at work. Like I wear scrubs at work, so I have this in my pocket, and so I can fiddle with it without anybody noticing. And it's kind of like the most socially acceptable kind of thing. Unfortunately, the banana is not socially acceptable because it is a banana. But this one is like a kid's toy, so I don't know how that would be accepted. This one could arguably be seen as like a massage tool or something. But the thing is, I am a little bit worried about this getting dirty. Like you can't wash this one as easily. This one you can wash pretty easily because it's like hard plastic. And like I can just put some cleaning product on it and it gets clean. This one, because it is latex, like it's a little bit more I wouldn't take it with me to work, you know. And the Play-Doh, obviously not, you know, that is very child coded, unfortunately. And also, like, once you've played with Play-Doh, you have to wash your hands afterwards. With others, I try to wash my hands beforehand, not after. Like, I don't need to wash my hands after having used these things, which is good. I mean, obviously, you're allowed to. It's just it's not a limitation, you know. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's something else that I've left out. Oh yeah, I'm also thinking of getting a fidget cube because I want to have like those clicky thingies. And like there are certain ones with like a little ball that you can roll around and in the cube. So that would be nice. In general, the fidgets that I use are those that don't make too much sound. What I'm thinking of getting also, there are many things I want to get, right? But I'm not getting them all at the same time. There are like my wish list. Is one of these like little slugs, you could say, that are kind of like an articulated slug in a rainbow color, and that you can like twist back and forth, and like the tail will go. And that's the one that I think would be kind of my sound stim. So we've gone through touch, right? We have the colors as well. And we have smell of this and of the Play-Doh. And we also have the sound of the crunching paper. So I have a few of the senses, right? But I went to consolidate the sight with the timer, like the lamp, with either a lamp or with like different colors, shifting colors, or like the timer that has like the bubble blobs that move around. When it comes to other kinds of touch, I want to have like either very soft touch or very, deep touch. So I have certain ideas of things that I would like to purchase. But the goal of all this is not to just purchase a bunch of cheaply made toys, that pollute the environment and that are not ethically made and all of that sort of stuff. The point is like trying to assemble a kind of palette of different toys that I can use for different situations. And there is going to be some overlap, and that is good. I need sometimes I need to have different options, because like when I'm in a state where I really need it, then it's like my thought process, I can't, sometimes a certain toy will be just slightly wrong in that situation, and I want to have like a toy that will not ick me for every situation, basically. So at the moment I have several things, but total, I don't think that this costs a lot of money. This costs like the equivalent of like $5 or something, because Tangle shipping, international shipping is very expensive. So actually this was a good deal. The banana was maybe like $3 at like a toy company that's local. This is the most expensive one, which I got for like $8. Because like I looked in the store and I looked for all sorts of different things, and this was the one that called me, so I had to buy this. Then this was free from my mom, but like she bought this for like a bunch of these for like $1. So this was maybe less than 50 cents. The Play-Doh was already at my home. The papers were already like wrappings that I already got from presents. And these were $2. So overall, I think that I've spent like less than $15 on this whole kit. The thing that will have cost the most money will be the loops, the earplugs, which were a total of maybe $30 total. So we'll see how those work. And then these earphones I actually got, they were a prize for like being a new user of Temu. Obviously the production and everything is kind of messed up, but I actually got these for $2 because that was the and they have worked for all this time. So yeah, you can do these things on a budget. You have to be conscious of, like, you know, are these things hurting people or hurting the planet? I think that yes, plastics hurt the planet, but you know, if these toys are going to be well used, then it's useful. It's also good to have, like, to make sure that you have things that are of good quality. So this one is probably the one that's of least quality, but that will have the most use, I think. But this one is like pretty solid, I think. And this one I don't think will like explode on me like a few of these other squish balls will. So yeah. I'm just like making excuses for buying myself a bunch of presents, but I do think that it's important for autistic and ADHD people to stim. It's important also for people with anxiety in general to find like things that can calm them down, that can help you with self-care. I find that I feel much better once I've started to accumulate these things. I don't want to keep accumulating too much, but I think that if I can just like kind of diversify so that I have like something for every sense, and these basic ones, and not have like duplicates of the same thing, then I think that I'm doing this in a responsible manner. But you know, you don't need to be responsible. You can just buy whatever makes you happy, okay? If you have the means to do so, just go for it, you know? So yeah, that's all I had to say. Just, it wasn't easy for me to go through this trip of, you know, going to the toy store to buy these things, or, you know, it was a little bit embarrassing for me because I'm like, you know, highly masking person. I work as a doctor, and I live in a smallish town where everybody kind of recognizes each other. So, and also I don't have a diagnosis. So this was quite a lot for me, but I think that in the end, this is the right thing for me. So yeah, have a great day, everybody. Bye.